Hello there. I'm Mike, and I am from Lincoln, Nebraska, and I am actually filming a new YouTube video for you. Tonight, I wanted to talk about my new cell phone, the Samsung Moment from Sprint. I myself have been a loyal Sprint customer since the year 2000, and my contract finished. Well, of course, the contract is every 2 years, and my contract had ended like in February, I think. And I thought, it was time to get a new cell phone, and I wanted to stay with Sprint because I like Sprint. I'm satisfied with Sprint. I enjoy Sprint's cellular service. Sprint is a great cell phone provider. I just wish that Sprint supplied more phones using the Google Android operating system, Google Mobile OS. But they only have, well, now it's three that they have now from Google. Three Sprint cell phones that use Google's OS, mobile OS technology. Well, of course, this one, the Samsung Moment, is one, and also the HTC Hero, and there's a new one called the EVO. Yeah, I had I guess there was like I think I had like a little advertisement of that inside my recent Sprint phone bill, but I don't know where it is now. But anyway, I like this phone a lot, the Samsung Moment, and as you may recall, I did create a YouTube video a couple years ago, back in 2008. My previous cell phone, that was the BlackBerry Pearl 8130. That was my last cell phone. I made a video on that, and that phone took a while to learn. And you know what? Every phone you purchase, you're gonna try to learn how to use it. Learn how to use the menus and the options and all that stuff. So I was the BlackBerry Pearl 8130. It did take me a while to learn how to use it, but I did enjoy that phone. And I was thinking about sticking with BlackBerry, but when I saw these new Google phones and I tried out the ones that they had on display, I really like this Samsung Moment. Not only because I like this touchscreen here. The touchscreen responds very well. I like how this phone, where if you need to, let's see here, if you need to move the menu or the dial pad, or anything like that, you can look at all your options. Pretty cool, huh? Not only do I like that, the touch screen, but also the phone has a sliding keyboard. See, I can slide it like this, and it has the full QWERTY keyboard. It has the full keyboard on there, and I love that because for me personally, if you just look at the keyboard, for me personally, I'm used to pushing the buttons. Like on the BlackBerry Pearl, you remember how they had the buttons on the dial, pad right on there, all the buttons, you press those buttons. But not only am I used to that, pressing the buttons versus the touch screen, not only that, but also because this has the full keyboard. On my previous cell phone, the BlackBerry Pearl 8130, as you recall, I made a YouTube video on that. Well, that phone, it kind of shared some of the letters. It didn't have a button for every letter like this one. of course, the BlackBerry Pearl 8130 was the previous cell phone that I owned. The previous cell phone that I owned prior to this one. Before I got this Samsung Moment. And you know, the BlackBerry Pearl 8130, it was a very, good phone overall. I mean, I like the phone overall, but the BlackBerry Pearl, the thing about it was that the QWERTY keyboard, it was like reduced to like half its size because, each button would like share 2 letters, and even though the SureType technology, which would allow you to choose letters as you go, which would try to predict the words that you wanted to type out, the SureType technology that was in the BlackBerry Pearl, I mean, I guess that would help, despite the reduced keyboard on the BlackBerry Pearl. Still though, it was kind of a hassle having the, each button share 2 letters, instead of each button having a letter of its own, instead of each letter having a button of its own, But, this Samsung Moment is undoubtedly, unquestionably, the greatest cell phone that I have ever purchased. No doubt about it. This phone is a fantastic cell phone. And you know what? I think I'm going to talk more about this cell phone as time goes on. And every once in a while I'll talk about it. I'm still trying to learn, more about the phone and about this Google operating system for the cell phones, the Google Mobile OS, Still trying to learn more about it. You can see here the OS that Google uses for its cell phones, the Google OS for the mobile cell phones, is called the Android OS. And as I mentioned before, there's 3 Android, there are 3 Google Android cell phones that are from Sprint, that I on the Sprint cell phones, and those 3 are the HTC Hero, this phone, the Samsung Moment, and also the new HTC EVO. But I still have to see what the EVO is like. But I love the Samsung Moment. I love this phone right here, and I think I'm gonna stay with this phone. I'm gonna stick with this phone. Oh, it looks like my phone, the power turned off. But yeah, the Android, I'm very impressed with the Google Android, Great, great, it's a great OS, great mobile OS that Google has come up with, the Android, and of course is the great cell phone. In my opinion, it's a great cell phone right here, the Samsung Moment. And over time, I'm gonna talk about this phone some more, and others, I'll talk about whatever else comes to my mind. But yeah, thanks for your time and watching my YouTube video, and you all have a great night. And you gotta get this phone. This is one of the best phones you'll ever see. Take care and have a great night.